So I previously did a video on this flashlight, the EC4S from Nitecore, and it is one impressive light. But today's video is going to be on one that I think, at least for my purposes, is going to be a little bit better. Even though maybe technologically speaking, it's not quite as advanced. All right. So I'll give you a brief background on the EC4S first. And then we'll go into what this video's title is telling you, which is it's about the EC4SW. Alright? So the EC4S uses an XHP50 LED, which is a quad LED design, and it is a cool white emitter. Okay? Now, because of the shape of the LED emitter with the XHP50 shape of the emitter, it's going to throw further than this new EC4SW. And now, the main issue I had with this light isn't the brightness or the reliability or any of that. It's great. It runs on turbo mode basically till the battery dies with no brightness reduction from, it stepped down from overheating or anything like that. Even in turbo, I was able to hold the flashlight from this point back with no problems. And considering how much power is being put out of this small little flashlight, that is quite remarkable, to be honest with you. Now, the only gripe I had with this flashlight is the color temperature. Now, I'm using this mainly in an automotive setting, okay? And in an automotive setting, in case you don't know, color accuracy can be very important. Not mainly because, not just in the most obvious sense you might think of, like, oh well, wiring insulation has different colors and you need to identify. No, in the simplest sense, being able to quickly identify what that spill is on the floor, or what that leak or that drip is coming, what color the liquid is, what the bushings look like, if it's just rust or if it's just dirt. All these things require color accuracy to be able to, identify these things. And that's something that I really couldn't do with the cool white on this bulb. I really tried. I used this for a week. It seemed like it would be okay at first. And I really wanted to like it. I wanted to think it was perfect. But really, the color temperature just wasn't. I mean, I'd almost rather have a more yellow halogen color temperature type bulb. Maybe not, regular halogen. Maybe like xenon halogen, some of the whiter halogens out there. But even then, I'd rather have that because I'm able to discern colors much better than the cool white. The cool white really skews all colors so that it washes out everything. So it's really hard to see what I'm looking at. Whereas a yellower bulb will just sort of oversaturate things so I can still tell what I'm looking at. So overall, that's the only gripe I had with this. If for like a, walking in the woods type thing, a camping flashlight, a EDC, I EDC this. People say it's too big. I just keep it in my pocket. I mean, I wear cargo shorts every day. I'm just really plain. I mean, I'm a plain Jane dude. I don't really. I accepted that my fashion is shit a long time ago. And I just, I've just wear the same thing, the same type of stuff every day, and then, no one's going to be like, wow, you look extra ugly today. Well, well, it's the same thing every day. You can't really say that. So, I do think this is a great light. And for most people, it'll get the job done. More than done. Like, it'll get the job done, all right? Like, you will get, now, it's not a great thrower. It's not going to throw the light super far. But, like I said, for a hiking light, you're not trying to shine to find that lost cow that's, in the next state over or something like that. You're just trying to see, if there's a bear 300 feet in front of you. And this will do that for you, okay? So, overall, it's a great light. But now let me get into why I've decided to get the EC4SW instead. Now, the EC4SW uses, I believe it's an MTG2 LED emitter, and it is only capable of a max output of about 2,000 lumens. So from what I've read online, that really translates to more like 1980 lumens max output, with 2,000 sporadically in between. To me, you know, it's a difference of maybe 200 lumens between the max output of this and the output of the real output of the MTG2. Not to mention that the MTG2 is not to mention that the XHP50 real world output with this is definitely not 2150 constant. It's probably more like 2000. So in reality, we're talking maybe a difference of 100, 125 lumens. And so I really couldn't, in the end of the day, I was like, well, okay, I want the more modern chip. And the ultimate, obviously would have been if they had taken the XHP50 and had a neutral white emitter on it, but they didn't. So that's what they had to do. Unfortunately, they got the MTG2, which works fine, I guess. But again, that's what we're going to get into. So basically, at the end of the day, I said, it's going to be a little less efficient, a little bit less light, it's going to get maybe a little bit warmer, but at the end of the day, that color temperature is what I really need. So today, we're going to unbox that. Table's a little messy here, so you're going to have to apologize. I'm going to apologize for that. Alright, here it is. So they abbreviated that. It says like Nitecore. It includes a battery case and a charger. And in this case, the charger is not their i4 like the one I bought. This is a what is this? The USB one with a the USB smart charger. So anyway, I'll show you what it looks like. So it also comes with. It doesn't come with a nifty battery case like this. Instead, it comes with little rubber battery holders, which I would argue is probably better than a plastic case, just because the plastic case really, it's a bare bones holder. I mean, I could have got one of those, for 99 cents in China or something like that, or on eBay or something like that. But a rubber holder is going to be more useful because I can clip that to my bag or whatever. Alright, so it's packaged as a bundle, so they just kind of throw everything in here. Oh, wow, okay, so yeah, there it is. So there's one. They gave us two. It's the other one somewhere in here. Oh, there it is. So these are the rubber battery holders that come with this bundle. And I got to say, they're quite nice. These are silicone, so they probably won't tear. Pretty hard to tear. Let me see here. I'm going to grab these batteries out. Let me see how they fit in here. And yeah, these are going to keep these nice and protected and prevent any contacts, unwanted shorts on the contacts, which is important. That's one of the reasons why you don't just throw batteries into a bag unless there's absolutely nothing else in there. You never want to throw this into, especially if you got coins or anything like that. I mean, yeah, the chance of shorting is with contacts this far apart is kind of slim, but still, it's just not smart. So these are nice if you just want to throw them in a bag. Or if you want to clip them to your bag. Again, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't think this is going to tear, but again, that's a little bit of weight on a small surface area. So I would if I was going to clip this, I'd clip that to the how they have keychain clips on the inside of backpacks. This is where I'd clip that onto that inside clip. But either way, I'm really digging these already. And man, there's some shock protection right there. So I'm liking that already. Now this is the USB charger that comes with. Okay, that's very interesting. That looks like it's been opened before. You seeing that? You seeing that, people? Yeah, I'll give you a little demo there. Yeah, that's not a new thing. For sure. That has been opened before. Well, I'm not going to complain as long as it works. So, it was purchased through Amazon Prime. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you know, the only reason, again, I would even keep this is because it's part of the bundle, and also because it's convenient. You know, to be able to charge via USB means I can charge this in a lot more circumstances than I would with the i4 charger. So if I only have access to USB, then this makes a lot more sense. You know, and it's not going to be as fast, but hey. So this charges all the same types that the other charger charges. It even charges, let's see, oh, okay, yeah. Same deal. It has a little display. The i4 doesn't actually have a display, so there is that. I don't know if that's like a selling point, but, you know. Alright, this is the main attraction. There we go. So in the beginning, I'm pretty sure when they first came out with these in, like, I want to say December, November of 2015, I'm pretty sure the packaging hadn't even come out yet, so they were sending them out with just EC4S packaging like this. You can see the distinction now. This is the EC4S, EC4SW. So this is the XHP50, and this is the MTG2. In addition, I think they were actually shipping them out with the wrong, I mean, even with the body of the flashlight being, being labeled EC4S, and not EC4SW, but when you looked inside, you could see that the diode emitter, the emitter was much larger. And that's ultimately what's going to result in a wider throw, but a shorter distance throw with the EC4SW. And that's what we're going to look into today. I will also get a night shots video comparing both flashlights, so don't you worry. Alright guys, so here it is. So, standard deal, comes with the silica gel pack here, comes with the manual, shoved up in here, and then I think this is a warranty card, yep. Comes with the strap, and there's the flashlight. Okay. Just want to make sure this has not been used, because that charger had been used. Oh yeah, and then you can really see on this one that the emitter is much larger. So I'll go ahead and show you here. So this is the EC4S, and this is the EC4SW. I mean, you can just see how much larger the emitter is. So inevitably, with the same geometry of the reflector, it's going to throw less and be a wider beam. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get some batteries in here, and see what it looks like. I will also say that the threads on the EC4S that I had were a little bit chewed up on the end cap. These actually seem to be... Oh, wait, does this... I did not think this bundle came with batteries. Wow. That is a very pleasant surprise. I forgot that this came with batteries. Well, it comes with two 2600 milliamp hour Nitecore batteries. So, if I'm going to compare weight here with the EB... Yeah, they're about the same. I mean, these are claimed 3,000. I'm pretty sure they're more like 2,800. So, they're pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and throw these Nitecores on the charger. I have my i4 charger over here. They're pretty dead. But I'll go ahead and put these EBLs in there. And I gotta say, these threads, I mean, I don't know if it's just my particular unit, this one particular EC4S, but the threads were just a little bit choppy, where they'd kind of really grind on each other about halfway through travel there. Alright, there it is. Alright, so I'm going to shut off all the lights, or I'm going to close the blinds all the way here. so that you really can get a good take on things. It's going to be dark in here, and the camera hates low light, so you're going to see how it's aliasing like crazy here. But there you go. So there's that. That's the neutral white, which is about 5000 K. Alright, and then I'm going to try to, you know what, let's go to the lowest setting here. So I'll go to ultra low, and then I'll go one step up. And then I'll go to ultra low on the other one, and then one step up. So, I mean, I don't know if you can see right now. This is EC4SW, and this is the EC4S. And even on camera, I can see one is much warmer than the other, and the EC4SW is much more neutral in color. Now, just looking around the room, it's one of those things where it's really hard to tell until you actually look at something, and then the color just looks wrong. I mean, so I'll give you an example here. Again, this is something that's really hard to capture on camera, and even harder to capture when you have a shitty camera like I do. But I will give you an example. So this box, that should give you a good idea of what it looks like, all right, color-wise. Now, if I shine this light at it, wait for the camera to adjust. Let's see if it'll adjust. All right, you see that? So that's what it looks like with that. Let me see if you can see the difference. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. But I can tell you right now that the color temperature difference is notable. Also, I will do a comparison here with regards to spill size. So the EC4SW has a much wider spill. So I'm gonna see if I can. All right. So I got an air mattress behind me. I'm working in a small room here, so I don't really have a lot of room to work with, unfortunately. And again, sorry for the camera being slow. That's because it's low light. Alright? So first, I'm going to measure out a distance here of about, let's see. Let me grab my tape measure here. I want to get scientific accuracy. So we'll measure out a distance of about 2 feet for both, since it's kind of a small space in here. Alright, so 2 feet from the air mattress. Let's see. We'll start with the EC4S, okay? So 2 feet from the head of the light in low mode. So there is the beam side, there's the hotspot and then the spill. You can see because of the orange peel, you don't have the weird light artifacts, which is nice. Okay, so now that you've seen that, I'm going to go ahead and measure this out again, and then get the EC4SW involved here. Alright, EC4SW. So, if I overlay the two, let's see. Alright, so it's interesting. If I back up, they have about the same size spill, but the hotspot seems to be bigger. That is weird. That is very weird. I gotta say that is it's not what I expected. That is not what I expected. I expected the hotspot and the spill to be larger, but it's not what I'm seeing here. Now, obviously, the EC4S is brighter, but really not by much. As you can see, they're both blinding. As you can see, probably. So, there they are in ultra low. And yeah, again, ultimately, I'm really gonna have to get that that night shots video in order to really give you a good comparison of the two lights. I will say otherwise, I mean, they're identical, EC4S, EC4SW, in terms of build quality, and I mean, they're the same. You get a little bit of battery rattle, when you shake them real hard, but otherwise, there's nothing I can really complain about. Now, I will say, if I'm really gonna have a gripe here, I will say that the lip on this one does seem to be sticking out just a little bit more, but it seems to be tight and screwed down, so I'm not complaining here. I don't even think I can do that by hand. I think I need a tool to fit in there. But overall, I'm really liking these lights. Hang on, my fan just came on. Sorry, I got a ventilation fan in here. It gets kind of hot, so. Anyway, in conclusion, this video has gone on way too long. But I will say that, yeah, the EC4SW seems to be a much better light for my purposes. Now, for the regular person, I don't think it really matters. I really don't. I think that you'll be perfectly happy, maybe even happier with the EC4S. Just because you're going to get even more light, a more efficient emitter. I mean, what's wrong with that? And you're going to get greater throw distance. So you get a nice balance of a decent spill, wide beam and all that stuff. But the EC4SW, for me, is invaluable because it's just going to give me that color temperature that I need to better identify things. When I'm working on cars, I really need that color accuracy. And 5000K, I mean, it doesn't get better than that, So, anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, liking, subbing, commenting. If you have any comments, leave them below. Like the video, subscribe, share it. Do whatever you got to do. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.